Quarterfinal number 4. Who will face Soren Mong?
70 fights, 63 wins, only 7 losses rather in that 70 fights. And when it comes to this weight division, Warren Elson is a very hard man to beat. Why? Because he can get his knees up to his opponent's face. Oh, so easy.
Warren Elson, trained by Joey Paris Hilton, and Shannon F-16 Forrester, trained by Zelko Gazic. Look out for a great interview with the F-16 in the latest issue of International Kickboxer magazine. Always popular, always comes to fight, and always in peak physical condition. But Shannon's really going to be up against it.
Oh,
Warren Elson, he is the favourite along with Soren Monkonton in this side of the draw. A towering fighter, and those knees, Hammer, they are absolutely devastating.
It's a silly height and reach advantage.
It's just ridiculous. Son, you just got ridiculously long limbs.
Stupendous height and reach advantage to Wazza.
Yes, he is the high tower of middleweight Muay Thai in Australia, the former WMC World's Champion. Warren Elson, the knee specialist. Have a look at that. Hard to believe that Wazza weighs in at 71 kilos here. Final instructions. Third man in centering, JW. Removal of the Mongon in the corner. Surprised he didn't twist his neck there.
He shook his head off. He was dizzy after his little warm-up.
First round. And already Wazza locking on for the knees. He'll try and pull the head down of the much shorter Shannon Forrester. And in my opinion, Forrester can't afford to lock on the grapple here and trade knees with Elson.
Not at all. He wants to be either in or out, and that's just what Shannon Forrester wants to be doing. Just pushing off the grapple, getting out of the grapple, or clinching in low and cutting the knee strikes off of Warren Elson. But as we thought, as we predicted, and as everyone's predicted, Warren Elson getting through here just with knees. That's all he's going to do, and that's what you're going to see him working. Knee strikes all the way as Forrester goes to the body.
Shannon Forrester coming off a win in Melbourne against the battling top from Turkey, Hammer, the Vecchio, at the Melbourne Town Hall.
Yeah.
High knee from Wazza.
Break, stop.
And a big hello to Tony and Tony, the two Tonys from Queensland. Big supporters of all the shows again on Fox.
Ooh, doubling up on the knees there. Nicely done from Elson in the red trunks. He suddenly jumps out. He'll take out the ceiling lights here. Warren Elson.
Stop. Come back.
The benefit of being that tall, Hammer, when it rains, Elson's the first to know about it. Digging body shot there from Shannon Forrester, just shrugs off Elson. Lead right hand from Elson, walks into a front kick. High check from Forrester, nicely done, but left his jaw exposed. Oh. There's the knee from Elson, planted him like a tree. And JW is going to apply the count here. The big bok choy off the right knee from Warren Elson. And that is exactly what we said the danger would be for the F-16.
But have a look at the heart on the F-16, straight back and punching. And they're really taking it up to Warren Elson. But he's going to have his work cut out for him, F-16, against a very tall Warren Elson. But you know what? If Shannon had to get through and he's going to be a real chance in this one, he would probably have to fight a taller fighter anyway. So he's trying to get it out of the way early, the F-16.
3, 4, 5 knees. Rocking the head back like an Oral B ad there on Shannon Forrester. JW separates them. Forrester cannot lock in the grapple with Elson. It's suicide. He's got to move around laterally and simply try and out-kickbox Warren Elson.
Well, what the F-16 wants to be doing is exactly what we saw Preacher do earlier. Launch his attacks, get in, and then get out. And have that good forward and backward footwork working rather than just going in and locking up, because when he's locked up, it's going to be all one-way traffic Elson's way.
Outside thigh kick from Forrester. That's what he needs to do. Repeatedly attack that lead leg of Elson. Allow Elson to perhaps drop his left hand and try and hook him over the top with the rear hand. Into the first 10-8 round for Big Wazza.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a hard task for the F-16. Having a look at how it went down in the first, you see Elson doing what everyone knows he's going to do, and that's just work the knee strikes. Big rear knee to the face there of F-16, and that's just danger. It's just nail-biting stuff as you're just willing F-16 to keep his head out of range of those smashing knees. And there it is, the rear knee of Warren Elson sends F-16 down to the canvas. And you can just see those knees raining in. F-16 just getting the glove up to guard his head, negating some of them, but it's only going to be a matter of time unless he gets out of that grappling range, F-16.
Here we go, second round of action. The voice, Michael Chavello, Mark the Hammer Castanini. Hope you're enjoying Evolution 5. And Shannon Forrester taking more hits than Google so far in this fight. Again, Warren Elson trying to pull the jaw down into the farewell knee. Body shot, then to the head. Nicely done off the lead hand from Forrester. Checks the low inside thigh kick. Rib kick from Shannon F-16. That's more like it from the little fella.
He's got to get in and out. Boys, he's got to get in, unload with the punches, and then get out of range. But here comes Elson locking on the grapple again and not letting him slip out. The uppercut, the hooks. Elson can mix it up. Nice leg checks. And he can put it all together. He is a former world champion, Warren Elson, in the red shorts, and he's showing here why he dominated the division. Of course, with that freaky height and reach advantage he possesses, any fighter around 70-odd kilos is always going to find Warren Elson a hard task to take on.
Better work here. Shannon Forrester backing up Warren Elson for one of the first times in this fight. And have a look at Wazza. Turns it around. His handling arms just tying up Shannon Forrester. And Forrester just getting the chin out of dodge with a little bit of fancy footwork. Have a look at the big tree hammer just leaning down on him. The loping Warren Elson. Front kick to the midsection from Elson. Outside thigh kick, Forrester checked.
Oh, beautiful uppercut hook and then bring the knee through. Combination plus from Warren Elson. Forrester now trying to lock in. That's what he's got to do. Self-preservation when it gets into that grappling position. Beautiful hooks there from F-16 Forrester.
Sharp hands from Forrester. Doubling up on the knees, one to either ribs. Make it 4 now from Elson in this exchange. It'll be the 5th from Elson, and JW breaks them. So just when Shannon Forrester rallies a little, Warren Elson's quick to move in, lock him up, negate the hands and slinging legs of F-16, and just drill those knees repeatedly into the upper rib cage, as he does again on the left side of the body. And then he'll look for the double up on the jaw. Jab 2 uppercut from Elson, nicely done. Long-ranging right hand, just forcing Forrester back into the neutral corner.
All right, stop, step back, guys.
AW breaks them. This is Elson's round, although it certainly has been a better round for Forrester. Still not enough to take it on my unofficial scorecard thus far.
Well, you see the F-16 just shaking the grapple on. If Warren Elson doesn't lock the grapple on properly, of course Forrester is doing exactly what he should be doing, and that's snaking out of there, slipping out, brushing the grapple off, and then trying to turn it into a boxing match.
End of the second round, so unofficially I'd go 10-8 Wazza in the first and 10-9 Wazza in the second.
Much better round from Forrester. Probably you could almost give that one an even round. He landed some good shots from the hand department, but of course with the knee strikes, Warren Elson is very dominant indeed. You see Forrester going high, chopping low, trying to unload some big shots. But you can't really see him taking Warren Elson out with a hand, with a big right hand or anything really. He's just got too much power as the man in the red shorts.
Third and final, the winner to face Soren Monkongton. We could have ourselves the first marquee matchup of the night if Warren Elson comes through here and he faces Monkongton in semi-final number 2. Still don't rule out Shannon Forrester can certainly pull out a knockdown with his hands, that's for sure. But Elson just looks too sharp here tonight to present any such opportunity. Jab, body shot, uppercut from Elson. He really has used the rear hand uppercut to good effect here tonight, Hammer.
Just working it nicely, and all angles coming out from Warren Elson.
Checks the low kick, Elson. Wades in again. Checks the low kick, does Forrester. Just backed off for a moment. Long-reaching front kick lead leg from Elson. Now snakes the grapple.
Stop.
A little bit messy in there, though. JW breaks them.
Take nothing away from the F-16. He's showing a lot of heart, though, Michael, and still giving it a real shake-up. And they're trying to find something. Really having his work cut out for him against a very powerful and indeed strong Warren Elson.
Good check there from F-16. We also say a cheerio to Bangin' Ben Edwards, who had a great win in New Zealand on the K1 Oceania Kings tournament last weekend against Sid Asiata. Fight of the night on only 8 days' notice. And Ben Edwards will take on Paul Slawinski on December 10 on the Gold Coast Hammer. Should be a cracker.
Well, there's a few fights coming up. As we said, War on the Shore this Saturday the 15th at Southport RSL. That's Australia versus England. Bit of a revenge for the Ashes.
Yes.
And of course the big one with the third man in centre ring, John Wayne Parr, will be fighting, if all goes well tonight, of course, the man with the green hair, the preacher Bruce McPhee, Australia's biggest grudge match, of course, of the year. That's November 19th at the Chandler Centre.
Ooh, stinging right hand. Elson be doing a quick count of his teeth after that one. Nice evasion there from the F-16. Takes the round kick on the forearms. Digs away to the right rib cage of Elson, and Elson predictably locks him up into the grapple, negates anything that Forrester can throw. Pecks him off with a front kick. We're into the dying stages now. It's been all one-way traffic to Warren Elson. He just figured that Shannon F-16 hasn't got the weapons, hasn't got the reach to really trouble Warren Elson in these closing seconds.
Of course, Warren Elson also on the card at the Edamoga pub on the 29th of October at Edamoga. Muay Warriors, he'll be on that one as well, if all goes well on this show, of course. As Elson, well, without being premature, it's an ugly word, premature, but...
One you're familiar with, Hammer. Look, premature or not, you've got to say Elson's got this one in the bag quite
Elson
easily.
Has dominated, but take nothing away from the F-16. As always, he's stepped into centre ring and he's given it a real shake-up, a real red-hot go. And we just like to see him fight guys of his own height. But he's a very stocky and powerfully built little man, the F-16.
So, semi-final number 1 will be Bruce McPhee and Andrew Keogh, and semi-final 2, Soren Mongonzon versus Warren Elson.